This is made by the same company that makes those, and this is probably 15 times more than those in cost, but the imaging isn't 15 times better. They do a really good job. Yeah, they're really nice. I hope my wife never finds out how much I spent compared to how much I could have spent.
Are you in charge of those?
Yeah, it's Michael.
Yeah, this one and those two are all mine.
Could you talk about those? Those look really interesting,
Yeah,
but they're so
absolutely.
small
Talk about those
and they're so unassuming.
You want me to
Thank
walk
you
over
so
there
much.
and
Sure.
next to
You're
one?
welcome.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are we going to be like on National Geographic or anything?
Oh yeah, sure. I came here to do photography and I was like, these are so many different kinds of machines. So I had to take this out and just get you guys talking about it. Yeah.
My name is Michael.
Let me go there. Yeah.
Yep, sure.
No, I'll
Wherever you
go
like.
there. I'll go there. Yeah.
Right here. My name is Michael,
Yes.
and this is my first time at the Arizona Grand Canyon Star Party there as well. I've been doing astronomy for a long time though, 25 years or more. I work out at Kip Peak National Observatory as well as Mount Lemmon at the observatories up there. I actually just got a full-time position working for Stewart Observatory at the University of Arizona doing the maintenance for the observatories up on Mount Lemmon there in particular. But I have two of my telescopes right here. I have another one here with me, but these two in particular are two smart telescopes. They're made by a company called ZWO, and they're called Sea-Stars. There's two slightly different models here. This one is the S50 model Sea-Star, and this one here is the S30 model Sea-Star. And they're really great little introductory smart telescopes.
Okay.
So they don't have any eyepieces. You can't look at them directly. You control them from your phone or tablet there, and you can do really nice pictures with them. And so they can are a very great introductory point for people getting into astrophotography for the first time.
How do you operate that? You hook it up to your phone?
So I have my phone here, and all I need to do is turn on the telescope, and then I'll be accessing it via Wi-Fi with my phone here. And so as soon as I connect here, I'll go ahead and open it up and take a look at seeing how it operates here. And I can show you exactly where the telescope is in it here. You'll hear, it'll have a little audio cue when it's actually turning on here.
Okay.
It'll only take another 5 seconds or so here. It is indeed turning on. There we are. There we go. So now I'm connecting here. I have an app on my phone that I pull up here, and I can just get started. I can have it open up the arm here. And so there it goes. It's starting to open there.
Oh, so something's moving there.
Yeah. So it's all closed up to protect the lens here. But if you come over on this side over here, you can see the little lens for the telescope itself is right there. So the telescope itself is actually right here. This is going to be the telescope itself here, and then this is going to just be the mount that's rotating the actual telescope thing. So you have the one motor here that's going to rotate this part up and down. You're going to have another motor down here that'll rotate the entire thing like this. And so I have them mounted on these tripods like this right now because they're going to be mounted equatorially, so they can do slightly longer exposures a little more easily there. But when you first get them there, they won't come with the tripods like this. They come with smaller tripods, and you can just set them up, and it's very easy that way. This set up like this in equatorial mode, it takes a little bit more setup time, but you can get better pictures in the long run there.
Yeah. He was saying that these are way less expensive than the other telescopes.
This one right here, the white one here, is about $400.
No way.
And then this one right here is $550.
Do you have an image sample to show what you
sure
have
do.
actually?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Let me pull up some. Actually, the background on my phone right now is one of the pictures I've taken with the black one right over here. But here, let me pull them.
Yeah.
Let me turn up the brightness on my phone, and I'll pull up a few that I can show you here. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Here's one that I've gotten with this little white one right here. So up here we have the Trifid Nebula M20, and down here we have M8, the Lagoon Nebula here. So both of these telescopes have sensors that are 1080p, so the resolution of the photos is going to be 1920 by 1080. But the company just announced that they're going to come out with a new Pro version of this white one here. It's going to be called the S30 Pro, and it's going to have a 4K sensor on it. So I'm really looking forward to getting that one as well.
Yeah. So these are new telescopes on the market, right?
This one's been out for maybe 2 years or so, the black one here. This one's been out for about a year. A little less.
Relatively new.
So very new, yeah. As far as the field of astrophotography goes, they're very new, But they are, they're really perfect way for.
What is? Could you explain the technology behind a little bit?
Absolutely, I sure can. Yeah.
And why are?
I have one
How
more
are
good image
these so
sample for you to guys
small?
look at. Here's that one that's the background of my phone right now.
Oh my god!
So we have the Horsehead Nebula and the Flame Nebula here, and so that one was with the black one over there.
This is so clear
It's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very nice.
and lovely colors.
So each one of these telescopes is going to have it's a self-contained system. It's going to have the telescope and the camera and a computer that controls it, all built into that one little module there. There's going to be a GPS in there, and it'll know where its location is. And then whenever I tell it what sort of object I want it to take pictures of on any given night there, the telescope will use its position that it gets from GPS there to point roughly in the sky where it thinks that object is going to be, takes a picture, and it'll look at the stars that it sees in that picture it just took there, and it'll be able to recognize that pattern of stars it sees. It's a technology called plate solving. And so based off that plate solving, it knows exactly where it's pointing, and it'll make the adjustments to go to whatever object it needs to take pictures of. And then it can move and make those adjustments, and then it's got those motors, and so it can counteract the rotation of the Earth there to do those long exposures with the camera there. And so that's what they're doing.
Basically, it's the camera version, the telescope version of the camera is that point and shoot. And because many of these other telescopes, you have to calibrate it according to Earth's
it's exactly
rotation.
Right. A lot of people kind of equate it to basically the telescope version of the iPhone, practically.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to use. You don't have to know
Yeah.
quite all the ins and outs of the technology there to do everything. Yeah, doing the alignment for other telescopes takes a lot of work there.
Yeah.
And it can take a lot of time too.
Yeah.
These ones, you don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Just open it up on your phone, tell the object you want to take pictures
Yeah.
of, and it does
Yeah.
everything else itself.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to get bigger and more complex?
They'll probably come up with slightly bigger, more complex models there, but there's going to be a break point there where it gets a little bit out of control, and they're going to be competing with our more expensive systems like the one that Jim was showing you guys there earlier as well. Yeah. So there'll be ones that'll get a little bit bigger and a little bit more fancy as well to an extent, but there's going to be some sort of break point where it's not working quite as well. It's not quite worth it cost-wise for them to do.
Of course, yeah.
But there are rumors that they're coming out with a S70 version. So this one's S30, S50, and then the S70. So in 2017, I went to Wyoming to time-lapse the total solar eclipse for an IMAX film, and that was great. 2019, I went down to Chile to see another total solar eclipse and to take pictures of that one. But last year, I went to Arkansas to see that one as well, and that was the best one I've seen so far, the total solar eclipse last year in 2024 there. Yeah.
So cool. That was a long one, right?
It was very long
Really
there. It was
long
like 5
one.
minutes long, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very good. In 2027, there's going to be a total solar eclipse going through Egypt there, through Luxor, the Valley of the Kings there. And it's going to be the maximum length that total solar eclipse can possibly be. It's going to be about 6.5 minutes.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah, about 6.5 minutes long.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. So
Are you going?
I would really like to go to Egypt there. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. I haven't made any definitive plans yet or anything like that, but I would really like to.
2027.
2027, yeah.
Yeah.
August 11th, I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.